So you're starting your legal career, and let's be honest, it can feel like you're navigating a maze in the dark. The pressure is on, the stakes are super high, and it seems like everyone else got a memo you didn't. But what if you had a clear blueprint for success? Well, that's what we're doing today. We're going to break down Dr. Neil Manitrapathi's guide to the 10 essential skills that will absolutely define your career.
So let's just cut right to the chase. How do you go from being just another junior associate to becoming that person your team and your clients truly cannot do without? That's the big question, right? And the answer isn't some big secret. It's actually a system.
Look, forget trying to do 100 different things perfectly once in a while. The real path to becoming indispensable is about mastering 10 fundamental skills and doing them consistently. We've organized these into 3 powerful, interconnected pillars that are going to become the very foundation of your entire career.
Yeah, think of it like this. You're literally building your career like a house, from the ground up. These 3 pillars, they're your load-bearing walls. If you get them right, that structure is going to be solid, it'll be unshakable. So, let's dive into the first one. First up, Pillar 1, master your craft. I want you to think of these as the absolute non-negotiables. This stuff isn't about flashy courtroom speeches. It's about the quiet, behind-the-scenes discipline that builds a rock-solid reputation for reliability and excellence. And we start with 2 skills that form the very bedrock of trust: punctuality and diligent preparation. Now, they might seem simple, maybe even a little basic, but mastering them sends a powerful signal to everyone around you that you're serious, you're respectful, and you can be counted on, period. Being punctual isn't about getting lucky with traffic. It's a deliberate system. It's about building in backups to beat the chaos. Setting multiple alarms, assuming your commute is going to be a disaster and leaving early, having everything ready to go the night before. This isn't just about being on time. It's about arriving calm, collected, and ready to dominate. Now, this is what real preparation looks like in action. It's not just passively reading a file. No way. It's about actively wrestling with the material, summarizing it, synthesizing it, and, this is crucial, coming up with a list of smart questions for your senior. This shows you're not just completing a task, you're already thinking 2 steps ahead. Okay, building on that foundation of just being reliable, we've got 2 more core habits: time management and professional ethics. Think of these as the operating system for your entire career. One of them manages your efficiency, and the other protects your integrity. You need both. You know that feeling, right? Just drowning in deadlines? It happens to everyone, but it is totally manageable. The key is to get your organization out of your head and into a system. Use digital tools. Break that massive research project down into smaller, bite-sized tasks. And most importantly, learn to tell the difference between what's actually urgent and what's just important. That's the secret to staying in control. All right, so now that we've got our own personal foundation solidified, it's time to build on it with Pillar 2, the art of interaction. Your legal skills don't mean much if you can't work effectively with other people. This is all about how you connect with the professional world around you. The first 2 skills in this pillar are really powerful 1-2 punch. First, you have to become a sponge, just absorbing knowledge, observing how the pros do what they do. And then second, you have to learn how to communicate your own ideas and findings with total clarity. As a junior lawyer, you are literally surrounded by free masterclasses every single day. The courtroom, a client meeting, even just a simple phone call. The trick is to be an active observer. Take notes, and not just on what's being said, but on how it's being said, how arguments are framed, how difficult clients are handled. A learning journal turns all those little observations into permanent wisdom. Okay, here's a pro tip that will make you a favorite with your seniors. Effective communication isn't just about being clear, it's about respecting other people's time. A senior lawyer's time is their most valuable resource. So when you give them a short, bullet-pointed summary, you're not just showing you can organize information, you're showing you value their attention. That is a huge sign of respect.
So the final skills in this pillar are all about growth and connection, embracing feedback and building your network. One builds up your personal resilience and makes you better, while the other builds your professional safety net. You absolutely need both. This right here is a total game changer. Seriously, don't wait for your annual review to find out how you're doing. Actively ask for feedback after you finish a big task. And frame it as a tool for you to grow, not as a judgment of your worth. Keeping a journal helps you track all that input and turn any criticism into a concrete plan for how to get better. It's how you improve fast.
Okay, so we've built a solid foundation, and we've learned how to interact with people effectively. That makes you a competent lawyer, a good lawyer. But we're not aiming for just good, are we?
Pillar 3, the drive to excel. This is what makes you exceptional. This is what really separates you from the rest of the pack.
If I had to boil it down to one single word that defines a rising star in any firm, it would be this one: proactivity. It's the art of thinking one step ahead of what anyone has asked you to do. It's about taking initiative and showing real ownership over not just your work, but the team's bigger goals.
I mean, just look at this comparison. The difference is night and day, right? The reactive associate waits to be told what to do. The proactive one sees a new legal development and briefs the team before anyone even asks. They don't just finish the task, they figure out how to improve the process for next time. That is how you become indispensable. And the final skill is really a commitment you make to yourself, to be a lifelong learner. The law isn't some dusty old book on a shelf. It's alive, it's constantly evolving. Setting aside time every single week to read journals, follow legal blogs, and understand new precedents, that's not a luxury. It's a professional necessity if you want to maintain your edge and give the best advice. So, there you have it. We've laid out the entire framework for you. 10 skills, 3 pillars. But this isn't just a list to listen to, it's a blueprint that you can actively start using to build your career. Like today. Let's just run through them one last time to really lock it in. Pillar 1, master your craft. That's your foundation of discipline and reliability. Pillar 2, the art of interaction. That's how you connect effectively with everyone around you. And Pillar 3, the drive to excel. That's the proactivity that's going to make you stand out. And that brings us to the final and honestly, the most important question. This isn't just something to watch, it's something to do. So look at these 3 pillars and be really honest with yourself. Which one of these needs your focus right now? Your answer to that question? Well, that's your next move.